Christian Novels Audiobooks, The Story of Wayne and Jean Vozzolo, The Cross Penny. Episode number 50. Mark and Beth spent the next day, Saturday, catching up and unboxing items marked for a thrift store. It took me a while, but I finally decided I needed to clean out your stuff, because I thought you wouldn't need it anymore, Beth tentatively explained. I understand, Mama. I understand. I'm so sorry. Mama, I was more than 10 hours away from a post office or phone. I had no idea that the mudslide news would make it back here. During breakfast on Sunday morning, the phone rang. Beth answered it. Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. Well, there goes me going to church again. I've either been scheduled for Sundays or got called in for months since before you went to the Philippines. She looked down at the penny on the table as she hung up the phone. I still say that penny looks like it's got a cross, not an X on it. If I ever get to go back to church again, that 30 minutes drive gets longer and longer every Sunday. But Pastor Jordan is really good. I'd like for you to meet him. If I ever get to go back, someone's going to end up giving me a visitor's card. Mark laughed. I just thought of something, Mama. He started laughing. There was this little kid. He laughed even louder. Well, what about this little kid? His laughter was contagious, and she started smiling. Everybody they call him Lizard Boy. Mark roared with laughter. And Beth coaxed. He had a little lizard that he would put up one of his nostrils, and it would. Mark laughed so hard he couldn't quite finish it. He put the lizard up to one side of his nose, and then what? It would run up inside and come out the other side. Seriously? Beth took her last sip of coffee and shook her head. Yes, Mama, it really did. It was funny. Beth wiped her nose. That makes my nose itch. With that, I've got to go get my coveralls on. They're having trouble with that old CNC machine. Well, if anybody can run it, you can. Just watch out for lizards running up inside your nose. Mark let the time get away from him. Oh, I got to hurry and get dressed to make it to church services. He walked the half-mile quickly and walked inside. A few people looked at him like he was a ghost. He sat down at the back because the choir was already singing. They continued singing a couple more songs, which was unusual. Usually Pastor Whitaker was on the platform singing along with the first song. A few people stared at him. Finally, the head deacon came to the platform microphone. Folks, we need to stop and pray. Pastor's son, Rusty Jr., and his wife, Gwen, were involved in a serious accident this morning on the way to church. It doesn't look good for Rusty. He's in extremely critical condition. We don't have any information on Gwen or on the new baby coming. Pastor and his wife left to go to be there. As you know, it's a 3-hour drive. Please pray for them in this difficult time. People all over the church began to weep. Mark had not seen that kind of weeping since Pastor Messick wept over his team members washed away in the mudslide. Mark got up and left as quietly as he had entered. Rusty married Gwen. I can't believe he would steal her from me while I was on a mission trip. What a hypocrite. And he said he wanted to live his life following Christ because he was a Christian. He told me he would take care of her while I was gone. If that's what it means to be a Christian, I don't think I want any part of it anymore. He shook his head in disbelief as he trudged home. Serves him right. I hope he dies.